This is Get to Know Alabama. Today, we are getting to know Chris Richardson of Richardson Axeworks. Not only was Chris featured in Garden and Guns Made in the South Awards, but Chris and his wife Katy are the duo behind bringing Made South Market right here to Birmingham. Let's go get to know Chris. Hello, good morning. Got you some coffee, local Bluff Park Collective. Chris, thank you so much for chatting with me today. I love your axes. I love Made South Market. We're excited to get to learn more about it. I know on your website you say that modern tools have utility, but they have no soul. Can you talk about how you got into axe restoration and what that statement means to you?
We live in a very disposable kind of society. Axes and old tools are kind of unique in that they're more than just tools, they have stories behind them.
Yeah.
And so often what I'm doing is not just bringing a tool back to life, but I'm bringing those memories back to life and allowing them to continue on for generations.
Let's talk a little bit about when you were featured in Garden and Gun. How did that impact your business and inspire you as a local maker here in Alabama?
When the magazine came out, it very quickly changed what had been a very unusual hobby into a very real business almost overnight. Really what it provided more than anything was validation that what we were doing was valuable and that more people than just my local circle of friends would be interested in it.
I love hearing how a feature in a magazine really changed the trajectory of your business because, I mean, at Soul Grown, that is also what we are trying to do. We want to shine a light on makers, artists, chefs, people in Alabama who are creating our rich culture here in a way that can actually be impactful for them. How did you even get involved in, how did you learn how to restore axes?
So it didn't really start with the axes. It started with the wood. I have always loved chopping wood. And if you really use those tools in that way, you find out how poorly made the modern versions of them are. So I was just kind of dissatisfied with the experience that I was having, tired of paying $30 to Home Depot every couple months because I keep breaking these axes.
Yeah.
And so I did start doing a little research. I was like, there's got to be more to this. I remember my grandfather had an old axe, and I remembered that it was the same axe that he had my whole life. And I told my parents, they lived on his farm at the time. I said, if you ever see that axe, I'd love to have it. And it took a little while, but they found it, and that was the first one that I ever did.
Not only are you a maker yourself, but you and your wife, Katy, have really taken it upon yourself to bring the Franklin, Tennessee experience of Made South Market here to Birmingham. Can you talk about how you got involved with that and why Birmingham is the perfect place for its second location?
Participated as makers for several years, developed a relationship with Chris and Kimberly, and they decided they wanted to do something else. So we said, this thing's too good to go away. We've got to keep it going. So we ended up buying the market from Chris and Kimberly. Yeah. We're Birmingham people.
Yeah.
We think Birmingham is a great southern city. Birmingham has great food, great art, great music, great culture. So of course it was going to be our next stop to try to bring a Made South Market here.
Made South Market 2025, like you said, bigger and better than ever. What can people expect?
So we've got over 60 makers from around the South. We are featuring several of our talented local Birmingham and Alabama makers, but we're also bringing in people from Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Tennessee. We really want to show off all that the South has to offer. But in addition to that, if you come on VIP night, you're going to get curated cocktails from Dread River Distilling. We're going to have 3 local chefs that are going to be featured with chef tastings and early access to all of our makers. We'll also have some live music. The Goat Hill String Band, they are awesome. They were so much fun last year. But if you choose to come on Saturday, it's a great family-friendly event. Kids 13 and under are free, so bring the family. We're going to have a kids corner. There's going to be some fun stuff for them to do. But it's a great place to get a head start on your holiday shopping with people who actually care about what they're doing, who have heart and soul and a story behind their craft, and they're excited to share it with you.
What is a common misconception that you often hear about Alabama?
I think a common misconception about Alabama is probably one that's a common misconception about the South in general. I think that there's a misconception that it's like monoculture. Like if you're just from Alabama, you're just like everybody else from Alabama, but like Southern culture more broadly, there's a tremendous amount of diversity, cultural diversity, ethnic diversity, food diversity, music. There's so many facets to what it means to be from Alabama that you have to come and experience it.
Okay, my other question is, what about living in Alabama inspires you as a maker creatively?
Alabama is full of grit and gumption and people who are willing to pursue their passions even if it kind of doesn't make sense, right? And so here I am, a guy that just had a weird hobby. I still love doing this work. I would continue doing it even if people stopped paying me to do it. But because of the support, because of the cultural environment that we have here in Alabama, this is able to exist and thrive as a business. And so I have the people around me to thank for that in the great state of Alabama.
Not everyone knows as much about axes as you do, so would love for you to give us a tour and kind of teach us some things.
I'd be happy to. Okay, so this is where I kind of keep all the available inventory. These are unrestored, so this is before any work is actually done. And like a big part of what we do in this business is the sourcing. Half the fun of having a business restoring vintage axes is finding the old stuff and talking to the people who have it and hearing their stories. This is the most important tool in the shop.
Okay.
This is an Ameribraid 2x72 belt grinder, belt sander. We do all sorts of work on this, from shaping and creating the handles for the axes to all the restoration work that goes on with the head. This is actually a whiskey barrel stave from Cahaba Brewing. I got this. They're doing some distilling now, and I got a whiskey stave from them. So I plane it down, and then these are the little accent pieces for the palm swell. So this is what it looks like before I actually turn it into a handle. But it's really beautiful, and the best part about it is when I'm working with this, my whole shop smells like bourbon. We take square things and we make them round. That's what we do here. We use almost exclusively hickory because it is superior for any sort of striking tool, and it's very readily available here in Alabama. When we're doing some hand reprofiling on axes, a good file can be really helpful. But they don't have handles, and so I just pop a golf ball on there. But one of the ways that you can kind of reprofile an axe is you just lay it on there, and you go back and forth.
Okay.
And the golf ball is a perfect little fulcrum, little pivot point to keep this stable and in one way, so that we can work this down into a nice smooth edge.
Brilliant.
How about that? That's redneck ingenuity.
No, you need to patent that. Okay, we're going to do a little rapid fire.
Okay.
What's your favorite outdoor spot in Alabama?
Close to Birmingham, Oak Mountain State Park. A little further out, Little River Canyon.
Do you have a favorite axe customization that you do?
Oh, we do custom hand engraved art on the handles. We just did an axe for Fred Durst, like from Limp Bizkit.
Wow.
And he wanted a shining axe. And so down the side of it says, "Here's Johnny."
Can you shout out another maker that inspires you?
Blake Gore, incredibly beautiful, intricate work. I don't understand how he does what he does. I love watching it.
Will your axes be available at Made South in Birmingham this year?
Absolutely.
And where can someone find tickets to attend Made South Birmingham?
Tickets are on our website. You can check us out at madesouthfall.com. It's got all the event information that you could ever want to know, plus the link to buy tickets. Tickets range from as low as like $7 all the way up to a more expensive ticket for our VIP night, but there's great options for everyone.
Yeah, we will also have a link in our bio so that you can go get tickets. Chris, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to get to talk to you today. We are excited to be a part of Made South. I love what you're doing. I love that you're doing it here in Birmingham, so thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
This is Get to Know Alabama. We'll catch you next time.